Let's talk about The Color Purple. The original Color Purple is one of Spielberg's best movies, and I think it's a classic masterpiece in terms of production, directing, and the performances that that movie provides. Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah Winfrey, Danny Glover, and the rest of the cast just give incredible performances, and it's truly a landmark film. And one of my thoughts going into it, I know it's a successful Broadway show, was how do you make something that's so sad into a musical, that's can be fun and entertaining, which is not what I equate with The Color Purple. However, here we are. This movie is pure incredible. From the direction, the production, the costume designs, to the performances, the music, everything about this movie just hits right. Is it still a pretty depressing movie? Yes, it is. But is it more hopeful than the original? Definitely. I feel like at the end of the day, this is a more triumphant movie. It's a movie that leaves you more hopeful at the end of the day, but it does tackle the hard subjects that the original does and the story does, and it does it with a lot of tact and a lot of care. And the main reason I always go back to this movie and why I like it so much is because of how faith kind of is intertwined into this movie and how it's done with such a graceful hand, and that's exactly what this film does. Like I was saying, the performances in this movie are all stellar. The cast is just incredible. Coleman Domingo is great. Taraji P. Henson steals every scene she's in. Um, Danielle Brooks is just a knockout, and I was really surprised by Fantasia in this movie. She is really subdued, gives a really quiet performance, but when she has to sing, she's really powerful. And then you can kind of see the development and growth of her character. Even Halle Bailey is really great in this movie, even though she's in it for just a little bit. But again, this is a triumphant movie. This is a movie well worth watching. It is a movie that tackles a lot of heavy subject matter, domestic violence, abuse, being beaten down. There's like racism involved in it as well. There's like a lot of stuff that this film tackles, and it brings the characters down to the lowest of lowest points, but always shows that there's this light at the end of the title that you got to still keep fighting. You got to stay positive and try to do your best and do right by God, by other people, and you'll eventually get to a place where you are content with your life and you're where you're supposed to be. And yes, the message can get kind of mixed, especially the way that the story is just handled. I think that's just the source material. It's just really tries to beat down these characters, but overall, it's a great movie. It's a great experience. It's something that you want to experience on the big screen because of these big extravagant dance numbers that are just choreographed so well. The production is just dazzling, and then these extravagant costumes in this movie. There are just really great moments in this movie, and again, you want to watch this not just for the performances or the music, but just for the hopefulness that it leaves you with.